Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here and welcome back to my channel, and today's video where we are going to be talking about the brand new stuff pack, Nifty Knitting. This is still in the works, but before Eco Lifestyle came out, I did a whole video about everything you might have missed about that expansion pack, which was basically the gurus talking on Twitter, confirming things, and Sim Guru Connor has given some pretty big insights recently into the brand new knitting stuff pack, which was obviously voted upon by the community. But before we get into that, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor Elgato. If you guys are wondering which lighting I use the Elgato key light. I have two of them behind my screen that are like bounced off my wall and back onto me. I know that you guys always ask what kind of things I use, and obviously I'm sponsored by Elgato, but I was using their products before I even became sponsored by them. So if you want to go check out the key light or any other Elgato products, there is, as always, a link down in my description. Hopefully they're in stock, because I know that everyone's been buying them throughout isolation. So what we're going to start off this video with is the most interesting to me and also the most recent news that we've had. Obviously, we know that the title is now Nifty Knitting. Unfortunately, Love to Knit didn't win. I'm blaming you guys. I voted for it, but did you? Yesterday, he actually posted some really in-depth gameplay analysis and what we can expect to see in this stuff pack. And so this is obviously the first thing. This is the yarn basket that we voted on. This was the winning yarn basket. There's also some more plain swatches. There's a plain black and a plain white in case you don't like the colors so much. I really like this. I think it's really cute. This kind of just sits in the corner of your room, kind of like the decoration box from Seasons, and you click on this to start knitting. And then they also have this knitting basket, which actually lives in your Sims inventory from the sound of it. I don't know if it can be brought out into the world, but unlike those examples, the yarn basket is meant to live in a Sims inventory so that they can take their knitting anywhere they want to go. This is quite cool because I know so many of you guys have been like, oh my god, we can finally create like knitting clubs with the new community spaces. You could make that into like, it would still have to fall under a community space, but you could make it into like a little area where grandmas or anyone, not even just grandmas, sorry, don't mean to be ageist, literally any sim can take this and go and sit and knit out and about. Like they can sit in a cafe on a chair. So you have this in your inventory, then you click on it, or you click on the chair you want to sit in whilst knitting, perhaps a rocking chair. Yes, Sims can knit whilst in rocking chairs. And then you just select the knit interaction. Your projects are saved to your sim, so you can pause your progress at any time and resume later. Fingers crossed this legitimately works, because I know sometimes when you like leave a project, like sometimes when you leave like a job, or if you leave a painting whilst you're in the middle of it, or like writing a book, I always seem to notice this bug when my Sims need to write books. You kind of like are typing and then you walk away and then it like fully resets. I really hope that that isn't a bug when it comes to knitting, because that's quite nice and you can have multiple projects at once, and they do obviously cost a small amount of simoleons to purchase the yarn. Children can knit too. This is a theme that we have seen. The cats, look at the cats playing with the ball. It's so cute and like scratching the yarn out of it. But yeah, we've seen this recently in Eco Lifestyle where kids can actually create candles. They can unfortunately only create one type of candle, and it also doesn't go towards any skill. I don't know if like the knitting skill for children will go towards their like creativity skill. I would assume so, but maybe not based on what we know from Eco Lifestyle. I'm kind of hoping it does help with their skill, because then they'll learn to unlock more items and hopefully not just beanies and socks. Fingers crossed, that is my wish for kids when it comes to knitting. As a sim levels up their knitting skill, see, that's what makes me think that maybe it's not, because candle making is in with fabricating, and kids obviously don't have fabricating, and it doesn't correlate to their creativity skill. I'm kind of thinking that this might be the same, because obviously kids don't have a knitting skill. They'll start with knitting socks and beanies, but as they grow more skilled, they can tackle more challenging projects like sweaters and toys for kids. Oh, I hope we can like create little bears and stuff. Oh, that's gonna be so cute. That's gonna be like a little throwback to Sims 2 free time. But if you only want to specialize in one thing, perhaps knitted mailbox cozies, that's fine too. Just keep knitting anything and everything and you'll be level 10. Speaking of the knitting skill, sometimes your skill is reflected in your knitted work, or rather your lack of skill. Knitting projects can fail, and when they fail, they can get weird. I want to see all of the weird ones. Oh my goodness. I think this is a legit one, perhaps, but that makes me think that like you can get some like holy iterations. I would really love it if like one sleeve like dangled past a Sim's arm. I just think that would be so cute. No mistakes, only happy little accidents. Just own it. One of the niftiest parts of the knitting skill is unlocking the ability to teach to knit. This is cute. So this is a interaction between an older Sim and a kid Sim. This is really sweet. I don't know if it will work on, say, like a teenager, or maybe if this Sim were a young adult and they were still an elder. I don't know. But you can now knit together. The knitting needles aren't finished on the teach to knit interaction, but trust me, it's super cute. This does look cute. Like, that kind of looks like a grandparent being like, are you doing it right? Am I teaching you okay? I just think that's adorable, and I really wanted to see more interaction between generations, so that's nice to see. So not only can knitted objects be listed on PlopSee, PlopSee, if you don't know, is pretty much like an Etsy where you can list things and sell them online to other Sims, which is pretty cool, but you can also donate them to charity. That has like a special place in my heart, because obviously when the Ariana Grande attack happened, my grandma knitted little bees, and she also every year she creates little hats and mittens for the babies in the ICU centres around Manchester. And so that really holds a special place in my heart, because my grandma literally sits and does this, and it's so cute that your Sims can donate them. Like, I'm almost crying because it just reminds me of my grandma, and that is so pure. If you want to surprise a loved one, try gifting a knitted object too. If you want to destroy all traces of your knitted failures, you can frog the object and start again. I don't know why it's called frog. Beyond me. You can also add it to your wardrobe to make it available in Create a Sim to all family members. I don't know how that's gonna work with like ages and stuff. Like maybe you'll have to make a kid size jumper and then add it to your wardrobe, but that's so cute. I wanted this game pack like yesterday. Like for the Sims that I currently have in my Rags to Recycle challenge for eco lifestyle, knitting is gonna be like the one, and I don't know when this is coming out, but I really want it like as soon as possible. Like I really hope that my Rags to Recycle is still going on. We want your Sims to be able to knit something for their whole family. Not only will Sims be able to knit toddler onesies, but baby onesies as well. This has caught a lot of people's eyes. A lot of people have been like, Molly, do you think this is Babies 2.0? Do you think this is the team kind of stepping away from babies being objects in their cribs and maybe we can walk around with them? Personally, usually I'm like an optimist on these kind of things. Personally, I can't see this meaning that. I mean, it's pretty easy, and I don't know why it's taken 6 years to do this. To be able to change the baby grows, like modders have done that for a while now. Like I know so many people who don't have the in-game baby grows because there's like one for boys and one for girls. Sometimes you want to switch that up, especially 6 years into the game. I think this is cute. Like I'm really glad that this is an addition, and they look adorable from the art that we have currently for them, the concept art. However, I don't think this equals babies not being objects anymore. I think it's probably just going to be like a reskin and they'll be able to wear different clothes. And I hope that maybe it means that babies aren't going to be objects, but that's not going to come in this pack. Like, that is hopefully, if it does ever come, is going to be a free update, like a patch update. So I can't see it equating to that. I have my fingers crossed that one day babies will be freed from their cribs, but I don't think that this is like a hint towards that. But let me know what you guys think. If you think different than me, leave it in the comments down below. But yeah, the concepts are really cute. Like this little bee one, I am fully obsessed with this. It also felt like a good idea to add an aspiration to tie this passion for knitting all together. So if you want to master the fuzzy art of knitting, consider signing your sim up for the Lord or Lady of the Knits aspiration. With yarn running through your veins, there will be no knitting mountain too hard to conquer. Master the aspiration and you'll be rewarded with the sacred knitting knowledge trait. No idea what it does, they're not giving away any teasers. However, what I liked about this, there is 2 different variants, which is nice. I was scared that they were only going to give us one variant because we had to like vote on whether a rocking chair had arms or not, which was bizarre to me, but they have made both of them available. I'm still really sad that this version won, because like it just doesn't look cozy to me. Like this looks more like an outdoor rocking chair than like an indoor one. I wish that like they had cushions on. I don't know if like we'll get one with cushions. I can only hope so. As I've mentioned previously, we're trying to get as much cross-pack functionality for knitting as we can. Cats can play with yarn baskets and yarn balls. There will be new club rules for knitting, so if you have get together, you can hopefully create little knitting clubs. And like I said, if you have eco lifestyle, then you can probably like have your Sims go to the community centers as a group knitting club, and it's gonna be so cute. New class electives at university, and knitting counts for emotional control if you have parenthood. And then there's a really cool interview with the object modeler, Beth. So these little insights, they're really nice. They kind of give you a little bit of knowledge as to what the Sims team do and like their positions and stuff. So if you want to go read that, I will link this one down below because this is the most recent one. So thank you, Sim Guru Connor. Then there's a few other bits and bobs that I have missed over the last few months, so I thought I would catch you guys up as well as catching myself up. So this is an adult female hair that our art director has been itching, because it's knitting, itchy sweaters, to include for the longest time. We've nicknamed it the mum hair. This basically looks like it jumped straight out of the 1970s or 80s. Stranger Things 80s, maybe. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like, I'm rarely gonna use this hair. Then we have these locks, which are beautiful. I absolutely love these. However, if there's like one negative about this hairstyle, I would say is I would really like baby hairs, because obviously, as you can see, like we have these baby hairs now, which is great for diversity and black simmers. I know that so many black simmers have been asking for hairs like this, and I really would love if like baby hairs could be an accessory rather than like attached to a hair, because it's all well and good like having it on this one hair, but like think of all the styles of hair that we've previously had in The Sims 4 that could look really cool if there were more like baby hairs in the game. And I know modders do this as well, like they usually create them as skin details so that we can put them onto a sim no matter what the hairstyle. And I just think it would be really cool to have that like officially from EA with EA hairstyle colors. They're also continuing the current trend of having all hairs available for kids, which probably means that we're not going to have individual hairs for kids. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, because to me, like, I love that kids get access to the adults' hairs, but then it's not really giving anything individual to the kids, and they just kind of feel like, I know it's taken a lot of work to get them here, and I understand that, and I just don't know, like, I feel like it's a bit of a way to be like, well, we gave you kids hairstyles, but I'm like, oh, but they're the same as the adults. Like, they're not really kids' hairstyles. I don't know any kid, I'm sorry if your kid or you as a child has ever worn your hair like this. I couldn't imagine any kid wearing their hair like this, I'm not gonna lie. And then we have this male hair, which, I mean, doesn't really stand out to me. Neither of these really stand out to me. This is our third male hair. So there's 3 male hairs. I think this is 1, and then this is the third. I don't know where the second is. This looks like one that we got with cats and dogs. On May 21st, we got a deep dive into PlopSee, which, like I said, is kind of like the Etsy of The Sims 4. PlopSee is an online arts and crafts marketplace to buy and sell goods, kind of like Etsy that we all know. Once you've crafted an object, the list on PlopSee interaction becomes available. Listing an item on PlopSee costs a small fee and will remain listed on PlopSee for several days. You can keep track of your listed items in your inventory. So that explains why we got like one big inventory overhaul for The Sims 4 when we got Eco Lifestyle and as a base game update, because this is going to tie in quite well with PlopSee. If someone is interested in buying your item, you'll be notified with a message. If you agree to the buyer's offer, you can use the ship on PlopSee action to ship in the mail. You'll be paid immediately and get a thank you message from the buyer when they receive your package. Alternatively, you can ignore a buyer's offer and relist the object for sale again. So you just list it and then you can choose to sell it to the person who offers. It really is that easy. I'm assuming that this is going to be applied to all items that you can craft. Obviously up here we did see someone on the woodworking, so you can list a statue on PlopSee. I'm assuming it's going to work with juice fizzing, candles, paintings. I don't know if paintings will. I'm sure paintings probably are there. So anything that you can really craft. I kind of hope that it works for photography as well, because like photography right now, they don't sell for a lot, and if you have like a photography studio with Get to Work, and as a retail shop, it doesn't really sell for a lot like paintings do, so it would be quite nice to have like something for your photographers to aim towards as well. Sims can also purchase things on PlopSee through their phones or computers. We plan for PlopSee to be available for things like paintings, woodworking statues, potions, knitted items, flower arrangements, and more. Future arts and crafts. Sims team, do you want to give me a hint as to what the future arts and crafts are? Hobbies pack? By any chance? Come on, you know you want to do it. You know you want to do it. I really want sculpting. Like, sculpting is like my number 1 right now. I would really love that. Oh, wait. So the ones that they were sat on before, so these ones right here, these don't look like these have cushions underneath them. But then we go here, and this is apparently the rocking chair that won and that we voted on, and this is what it currently looks like. It'll look more like the concept art once our modeler is done with it. Okay, it's a work in progress, thank God. I thought it was going to be exactly like the pet beds from cats and dogs, like those flat-ass pancakes, like my butt, but luckily this is being worked on, so hopefully the cushion's gonna have a bit more depth than that. Sitting in a rocking chair is quite relaxing for Sims, so naturally uncomfortable, sad, or angry buffs will diminish quicker. I mean, that's true. I have a rocking chair, and honestly, when I sit in it, it's like all of the bad thoughts just fly away because it's so relaxing. Elders will have some unique gameplay with rocking chairs. While sitting in a rocking chair, Elder Sims gain increased friendly relationship gains with other Sims. Elders will also be able to reminisce on rocking chairs, gaining a small amount of fun as they relax and explore their mind palace. If you're playing as an elder whilst they're reminiscing, you'll be able to see glimpses into their minds swirl around them. Oh. What elders take away from the whole experience is up to their personality traits, but hopefully something pleasant. So I'm assuming that's going to be attached to a moodlet. So once you have your Sim stand up and like walk away from the chair, they'll probably have a little moodlet down in the bottom near their emotions that will like reference them reminiscing, and they could either be sad or happy or inspired. any of the emotions that we currently have in the game. Not only will elders gain unique interactions with the rocking chair, but children and toddlers too. Both children and toddler Sims will have a play with rocking chair interaction. We'd love doing more with rocking chairs. Let us know if you'd... Well, Sims team, if we're getting non-object babies, here's a thought. So, you know that really comfy one, like the more modern looking rocking chair that we had in the vote? We could have that with the update that hopefully finally ejects babies from their crates. Crates, like they're animals being shipped. What the hell, Molly? But if we get an update that removes them from their cribs, then Sims can sit in a rocking chair with their baby and look at them and feed them a bottle or breastfeed, and then we could have that modern, comfy, cozy one for all our nurseries. How about that? You can keep that one. I don't even ask for credit. You can have that idea. Feel free. Then we are getting 2 new stereo stations to listen to whilst we knit. So there's the focus stereo station, and if you're wondering, it will give you a focus buff. And then there's the metal stereo station coming soon to a stuff pack near you. You heard it right, The Sims 4 is getting metal. Sims listening to metal will feel energized and will gain bonuses to knitting whilst they listen. Oh, so they can air guitar and they can brutally dance. Oh my god, Chloe Price. Who? That's awesome. I haven't seen that, but that's really cool. That's so cute. I mean, it seems like a very small interaction, but I love like little details like that. I've always been a sucker for detail in the game, so like Sims just jamming out. Love that. For knitted clothing like sweaters and beanies, Sims will have to create and unlock them through gameplay. So it's kind of following on from Eco Lifestyle, where like obviously you have to fabricate furniture if you want to unlock them. I don't know if you'll be able to do it through a cheat like you can with the fabricated items, maybe. Once you have finished crafting a knitted project, it will be in your Sims inventory. Select Add to Wardrobe to unlock that clothing piece for the entire household. So if your knitter extraordinaire Sim knits a really fabulous sweater, everyone in their family can enjoy the fruits of their labor. I really like this. It kind of brings back, it's kind of reminiscent to in The Sims 2 where you had to go shopping for clothes, and adds just like a little bit more realism. Like it's super easy to earn stuff in The Sims 4, so this is kind of adding a level of difficulty and a bit more depth and realism to the game. Alternatively, you don't have to unlock any clothing for your household. Maybe you just enjoy gifting sweaters to others. Maybe you only donate socks to charity. Maybe you like to frog the entire thing and start again. I don't know if this is a knitting term that I'm missing out on. Oh, the baby grows look well cute. They're adorable. I really like this jumper as well. This jumper's cute too. I'm liking the colours of these. Nothing else like super stands out to me. I feel like we've had so much like coziness recently, and I love a good cozy pack. But I've said in my eco lifestyle, and I'm saying it again now, after this, can we just like step away from the coziness for a little while? Because we've had it in university, we had it in tiny living, we had it in eco lifestyle. Now we're having it in nifty knitting. So I'm fine with cozies being put away for the next few packs after this one. And that pretty much wraps it up. Those are pretty much all the blog posts that we've had from like May to now. And like I said, I'm really glad that I made this video because I missed out on a lot of those. So it was nice to feed this information to you guys in case some of you don't follow Connor on Twitter or don't check out the Sims forums too often. I unfortunately don't know when this pack is coming, but I am so desperate for it because like I said, I think it will fit the vibe that I currently have going on in my eco lifestyle let's play, and I think those Sims would be adorable for it. I just imagine Alice being sat in their new done up cottage, like knitting away, knitting stuff. Oh, I need it in my life. I needed it yesterday. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. And I will leave SimGuru Connor's Twitter down below in case you guys aren't following him and want to follow him for future news all about this pack. But let me know what you guys are most excited for. I'm just excited for this pack in general. It's had a lot of heat. A lot of people have been like, oh, I can't believe the Sims community chose knitting. Like, that's so boring. But I genuinely feel like this could be my favorite stuff pack so far. I really like Laundry Day stuff, but looking at Laundry Day stuff and now looking at this, I think like this is like 100 times better. Tiny Living is slap bang in the middle. Absolutely love Tiny Living and like most things that came with it. Could have included more like Tiny Living actual objects that help Tiny Living. That was a missed opportunity. This one, I genuinely can't think of anything that they may have missed. If you can think of any missed opportunity that you feel should have been in this pack and currently hasn't been talked about, let me know in the comments down below because I'm very intrigued. I'm sure there's some actual knitters out there who are like, ooh, they could have added this and it would have been so good. I want to hear that. I want to hear your feedback. So let me know. Let's get a little discussion going about how we're feeling about this pack. I am thoroughly excited, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a game changer. I love hobbies. I love Create a Sim. I love the coziness of this. The theme, everything. Everything about this speaks to me. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Bye guys.